it just seems to me that there's too much of everything for the average person anymore. There's so much information, there's so many problems, so much coming so fast that everybody has pulled back in and said, I'm just worried about my little at home tribe or my little in my town tribe. And we're just like back in the Western thing, we're circling the wagons, you know, we're all going to sit here, we're going to defend the fort. So you got all these people sitting in forts all over the place looking at each other going, you bad guy or good guy? Can I trust you? Can I not trust you? It's just like too much for people.
Right.
And the thing gets me is, I don't want to get too far off the deep end here, but we're all the same species sitting on this little rock in some nowhere solar system in some out of the way galaxy in the universe we don't even understand, right? And if you look down, you see stuff that's way smaller than us, and you look up, you see stuff that's way bigger than us. Yet we think we're so damned important,
right?
You know, and it's just like, you know, when this planet goes, we're all going.
We all going.
It ain't going to care what color you are, what church you go to. It don't matter. So in the time that we have, why don't we try to figure this out and stop being like this? But it comes back to that human insecurity and the inability to get past their own fears. So the problem is we got people all too willing to force those labels out there and go, oh, well, look, he's different than you. Whether it's gay, straight, Christian, Muslim, black, white, he's different than you, so he's not part of your tribe. So you watch out for that guy over there.
Right.
We got a few minutes left here for but what's the next step, man? I mean, how do we go beyond what you and I are starting to do here and get people to just chill, step back, and stop taking the axe to each other every day and going, okay, let's assume that the guy across the street from me doesn't hate me for a day.
Right.
And what do we do?
I don't know. It's like I was watching a movie with my son. I'm getting bad with this. I can't remember the name of it, but it was two groups that were
man.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You're right, because sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to do this, and this, and then I'll be like, okay, I get back. I said I was going to do 3 things, but I couldn't remember 2 of them. So, but
you're doing good then. You know,
But I can't remember. It was 2 groups that was like against each other. It was like a in an inner city movie or something like that. And while they were against each other, like you were saying, like I don't trust those guys on 58th Street, you know, because we live on 55th Street, even though you're 3 streets apart. You know, you in the same neighborhood. They didn't trust each other, and they was killing each other back and forth. So finally, a new guy came in. He was a young guy. He came in and he was like, "Man, the problem is that we fighting each other. We need to come together." So, like 4 of them agreed with it, and they went. They said they was gonna go to the other gang or whatever's place, and when they went in there, they was looking at them kind of funny because when they walked in one of their sessions. So they was looking at like, "Why y'all here?" So when he got up in the front, he kind of was saying what you were saying, like, you know, when are we gonna come together to try to make it better for all of us? And once they did that, that's when the movie kind of went to where they saw them working together to try to make the city better. So to answer your question, not until these different tribes we've been talking about most of this segment and everything, somehow say, let me see if I can trust you. And you say, man, let me see if I can trust them. And at least give it a try. You don't got to start with nothing big. Start with something small and say, let's work together and see if we can get along to make this happen.
Build a little trust.
Build a little more trust. Yeah. And then once that happens, to me, that's the only way it's going. But the problem is, how are we going to get people to do that?